This animation is playing back in Modo 13.0, and as you can see, we're getting about between 9 and 9.5 frames per second at peak. That's an average of about 9.2 frames per second. We've made some significant improvements to animation playback, and as you can see here in Modo 13.1, we're getting anywhere between high 18s and peaking into 20 frames per second. That's a twofold increase in performance for Modo 13.1, which is really exciting. Another important consideration when it comes to performance is how well your application performs, not just when it's playing back animation, but when you're actually interacting with it in some way, or you have some extra information displayed. Right here in 13.0, I have an entire rig selected, as well as the timeline exposed, and you can see that we're running at about 7 frames per second. If I was to hide those things away, I get about a 25% performance increase just by hiding those things away. This is something we really wanted to address and solve in 13.1 so that we could make sure that performance is maintained regardless of what is exposed and what is selected. So here in 13.1, you can see we have the same setup, but we have the entire rig selected as well as the timeline exposed. We can see that we're getting about 19 frames per second, and when I'm hiding those things away, we're still getting about 19 to 20 frames per second. So now we're getting a lot better performance, especially when it comes to animation workflow.